Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Europa League is back. Hang on. Sorry. Let me just chew this last bit of lemon candy. It's all stuck in my mouth. Sorry about this. Right. Okay. And I've just spit it out. Okay. We're all good. The ship is sinking and nobody is managing to save this ship from sinking. This is the introduction that I would give before speaking about this game. Juric went in front of the microphones today, and for the first time since he's a Roma manager, he has defined this current situation as shit. He has used the word merda, which in Italian means shit. It's a shit situation, è una situazione di merda. To change this situation, the players need to start grinding the results, which is why this game tomorrow needs to be a last call. Because if we struggle to win tomorrow against Dynamo Kiev, which I'm going to start speaking about in this video, don't you worry, we need to win. We are a team that needs to try and lift this trophy. And for a team that wants to try and lift this trophy, a game tomorrow at home, early kickoff, 6:45, packed Stadio Olimpico, not sold out Stadio Olimpico, because still some fans are protesting. You need to win and you need to convince more than winning, which is very important. And look, I think we're going to win tomorrow. I've got no doubts, and I'm not trying to jinx this, I've got no doubts that we're going to win tomorrow because the quality will be shown on the pitch, and if we play like we did against Inter, then you are going to win against a team like Dynamo Kiev. But you need to remain concentrated as always, because the second you detach that connection from your concentration in your brains, they will also score and you will struggle winning this game. And if you don't win tomorrow, it's also fair to say that not only our league path is getting more complicated, if you do not win tomorrow, our European path would also further complicate itself in a situation that we do not want to go in a situation that I don't want to live, and most importantly, a situation which I won't like, because I've said it many times, especially in the situation that we are in right now, I would much rather prioritize the Europa League than the league. You can call me crazy and I will accept this. You can call me lunatic and I will accept this. We will not get top 4. If we reassemble, and it's hard to reassemble, but if we reassemble and play like we've played in past seasons in Europe, I am convinced that we can go well in this Europa League as well. We're not going to go well in the league. We've thrown the league in the bin. But in order to go well in the Europa League, you need to start changing the path, changing the momentum, because the start in Europe has also been utter crap. So yeah, where do we start? I do want to give a little brief opinion on Juric's press conference. Of course, I'm not going to go live for it because, you know me, I've kind of abandoned that press conference analysis. I'm sorry if a lot of people liked it. I just felt like it was useless because I think Roma has subtitles in press conference videos. So I'm gonna kind of integrate the press conference analysis into the match preview moving forward. And I do want to start off with the press conference, with what Juric said. Baldanzi spoke next to him. But before saying this, of course, I invite everybody to hit the like in this video. If we can get 100 likes on this video, it would be great. If you can subscribe to the channel, it would be also greater. And if you can also follow Roma Theory TV on Instagram, it would be triple amazing. Hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to any Ukrainians, any Ukrainian Roma fans, or any Ukrainian Dynamo Kiev fans who are here watching this video. Much love to you guys. And press conference. It's the first time in almost a month that I have seen Juric accept and understand the reality that he's in. Because for the first time ever in front of a microphone, Juric is not giving in this paradisiac chance that has been given to him to manage this team, but he is understanding and declaring that this current situation is, in brackets, shit. He has used the word shit in his press conference. The situation is bad, the situation is a catastrophe, and the only way we change it is if we regroup, we assemble and ultimately perform for the fans. What I have to say regarding this is I like the press conference. I think it's very easy to target him, and I've targeted him in these past few live streams because I don't think he's the perfect manager to carry this team. I don't think he's the perfect De Rossi replacement, and I do think he's made mistakes in previous games, especially under the term of mediocrity, because he's accepted the mediocrity. He said that we played good and all of it. I like this press conference. This is the Juric that I am aware of. This is the Ivan Juric that I was expecting starting from 1 month ago, devouring his players, understanding when the shit is shit, and going against the current wave of mediocrity to try and get a shift in the players' psychological minds, effects, and all of it. This is what Ivan Juric needs to do week in and week out until the situation actually deserves to be called a good situation. Because it's irrelevant and it's not good to fake calling it a good situation or a good performance when you keep on losing points. However, because you know me, I like my howevers, I am scared that he has done this because he's scared to be sacked. And because the De Rossi return rumours, the Juric sacking rumours were very popular in the media in these past hours, I think today he came up in front of the mics and actually said the truth because he's scared to be sacked. Again, do I think he'll be sacked? If we lose tomorrow at home against Dynamo Kiev, I'm sorry, but he needs to be sacked because it's intolerable. Even though the problem delves and roots down to more than just a manager who loses against Elfsborg and Dynamo Kiev at home needs to be sacked, whoever you are, because it means that the players are not understanding and don't want you and want De Rossi back. If we win tomorrow, which I think we are going to win tomorrow, but then we lose against Fiorentina, he's back in a risky position. I don't know. We are going to see what the future holds and if he does get sacked or not. Going back to the game. Dynamo Kiev, of course, Ukrainian league. They are first in the Ukrainian league. They faced Lazio in the first game week of this new Europa League format and they lost 3-0 at home. Of course, when I say home, they don't play in Ukraine for obvious reasons. I believe that their home is the Hamburg city ground. Which of course is irrelevant because we're playing in our home ground. But look, what I can say about Dynamo Kiev is that we should be beating them. That it's of course somebody that we respect, like every opponent. We respect everyone who we face, but we need to try and beat everyone who we face. We're better than Dynamo Kiev, and it's a lie to say that we are not better than Dynamo Kiev. We've got more quality than Dynamo Kiev. We have got more technique than Dynamo Kiev. So let's not lie to ourselves. Yes, this situation is a bad situation, but we need to be winning even if we are in the relegation zone against these teams. Because if you don't win against these teams, then there is something wrong inside your football club. And there is something wrong inside our football club, but I hope that it's not this wrong that we can't even beat and that we don't even have the elements to beat a team like Dynamo Kiev. Again, I'm not trying to denigrate them. I'm not trying to disrespect them. They are first in the Ukrainian league. I wish them all the best. They are, in fact, in one of the last positions in the Europa League because I believe they lost both their starting games. One was against Lazio. Their biggest player is Shaparenko. And yeah, look, we can't be scared. I know a few Ukrainian teams. I don't know all of them, so I'm not in a position to say how competitive their league is. I only know them and Shakhtar Donetsk. And I tend to imagine that a league title season in and season out is amongst them too. But having said this, you need to be careful because Elfsborg were a team that we had to beat. Monza were a team that we had to beat. Bodo Glimt were a team that we had to beat. And Roma is famous for fucking it up when they really wanna crap it up. We are a very famous team when it comes to losing against these teams, and it's not something that we should be proud of. But it's something that unfortunately is the truth. I've said it many times. You will much rather see Roma play a good game against a top team than us playing a good game against a team like Elfsborg or a team like Dynamo Kiev or a team like Bodo Glimt. The stats show it. The stats show that we lack concentration in these games and that this lack of concentration will be reflected on our result. I think we're going to win tomorrow. But it's a very critical situation because for the first time in about 3 years, the Stadio Olimpico, the attendance at the Stadio Olimpico is less than 60,000. This is important for the owners because the owners are ultimately the ones who care about these stats. And it's an important stat. It means that the protests are continuing. It means that the fans are continuing to boycott. It's still a very packed stadium. Oh, yes, it is. Especially if you compare it to our cousins who almost get an average of 30,000 attendance even if they win the league. But it's lower than usual. And as I always say, it's something that not only influences the team, but it's something that should make the owners reflect. Because it means that they are doing something that is not popular amongst the fan base. And a lot of fans are refusing to even attend the stadium because their passion is being controlled and manipulated by people who don't know anything about football. So it's an important thing to say. It's not going to change much. I'm convinced that we win tomorrow, but it's something that will ultimately in the long term affect the finances of the board, but also the philosophy and the mentality of these players who are used to play under incredible conditions. I've spoken about them. I've spoken about us. The situation is the situation. We all know the situation that we're in. Manager being sacked, rumor one day, manager staying the other day, injuries, and then you've got protest over protest. We've understood the situation. It's been like this since De Rossi was sacked, and it's almost more than a month. So this is the situation. The way we change the situation is if we grind results, get results, and get back to the positions in the league and in the Europa League that we belong to. And tomorrow we need 3 points. Full stop. Predicted 11. Predicted 11 is this. Juric did say that tomorrow he will put a lot of changes in the starting 11. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. I cannot lie. It's not a good thing in my vision because you know me, I really would much rather focus on the Europa League than the league. Seeing the current situation, I think it's smarter to just focus on the Europa League than continuing to use up all of the energies to try and get top 4 when top 4 is unrealistic and will not happen. So I don't like the fact that we are using our B team, if we want to call it that way, in Europe, because I really care about this trophy and I really want to win it. But it's understandable. Of course, I would have never started my best 11 against Dynamo Kiev. There are always going to be some elements of changes, but I hope that the changes that we make are not going to be too deep, because if we make very deep changes, then I'm scared that we're going to lose tomorrow. Just like we lost against Elfsborg by completely revolutionizing our team. My predicted 11 is this. My predicted 11 is a mix between B team and A team. Zvilar in goal, Hermoso, Hummels and Ndika in defense. Juric said that Mancini has had a fever attack this morning, that he did not train with the team today, and that most probably he will not start tomorrow. Now, I'm gonna make this clear. If Hummels doesn't start tomorrow, I will lose it. If Mats Hummels doesn't get to start at home against Dynamo Kiev, then it means that he has stolen Juric's Rolex. I don't know how to describe it anymore. I'm expecting Hummels to start. If Juric will not start, I will fucking lose it. Hummels to start, Ndika next to him, and Hermoso next to him. Back 3 is that. Mancini rest him if he's got a fever. This defense should pocket Dynamo Kiev, even blindfolded. 4 in the middle. I'm going Angelino on one side, for the simple reason being that Dal is not in the UEFA list, and that we don't have many options on that side unless we're going to start Zalewski. And I hope that that performance against Inter doesn't want to make us start Zalewski. In fact, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind Zalewski on Thursday. I might sound contradicting here. I wouldn't mind him on Thursday because if Zalewski plays well on Thursday, then it's a chance to add him back up and to get his mentality back going that he's completely lost at this football club. And on the other hand, if you start him against Dynamo Kiev at home and he plays shit, then it's the confirmation that he shouldn't never play again. So I wouldn't actually be that mad if Zalewski starts on Thursday. But I don't think he is going to start. I think Angelino will start. On the right, it will not happen, but I want Buba Sangare to start. I want Buba Sangare to start because somebody needs to explain to me why in this country it's impossible to give chances to a 17-year-old who is clearly, I'm not saying better, but clearly cannot be worse than our current right backs. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. If you don't give him a chance against the Dynamo Kiev at home, when will you ever give him a chance? And this is what I hate about Italian national team and the Italian culture of football. We don't give chances to our young players, to 17 years old. We consider 17 years old too immature to start. When in other countries, 17 years old play Champions League finals. You've got 17, 18-year-old Zaire Emery bossing PSG's midfield in France. You've got Lamine Yamal, 17-year-old, being the best player in the world probably right now. You know, why is it that in this country, we don't have the balls to start these players? Start him. He can't be worse than Çelik, and he can't be worse than Saud Abdelwahid in this current fitness and shape. Try him. If he doesn't play well, if he looks confused after 45 minutes, you sub him off. But not that our right back that will start ahead of him is gonna play any better, because it's about 3 years that we don't have a good right back. So start him. I hope he starts, and it's more of a my wanting him to start than actually starting. In the middle, Pisilli and Kone. Again, this is wishful thinking. Cristante will probably start, and Lefi could also be considered. And this is something that Juric said in the press conference. He might consider starting Lefi. I wouldn't mind him. But Pisilli and Kone, I want to see them together. Something that up to now I've not seen much. And it's these games that you need to start removing your doubts and starting and risking and finding new solutions. Up front, Sule and Baldanzi, and up front, Dovbyk. I would start Shomurodov, but it's a risky move. So put Dovbyk, get 2 goals at halftime and then sub him off, rest him and put Shomurodov in. Let's just get the job done early and then go with the substitutions. It's a good chance for Sule, and it's of course a good chance for Baldanzi. Pellegrini and Dybala to be benched tomorrow. And I don't even think we need to depend on them, even though at the end of the day, we'll probably have to depend on them. So this is my predict 11. Mix between A team and B team. And this is my match preview. Let me read a few comments and then I will end it. Nitsan said, at least he said yes. Absolutely. How's it going, Simo? Oh, good, mate. Thank you. How are you? Hello, Leon. Maitri, hello. It's the players who are not on the pitch, so it's not only the coach. Yes. If he loses against Kiev and Fiorentina, he's gonna get sacked. I've flown all the way over from New Zealand to watch tomorrow's game. We better fucking win. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Oh yeah, I remember. I think you wrote on Instagram. Yeah, I think we chatted on Instagram. Enjoy it. You've come from a long way, so breathe it in, soak it in. It's not going to be the best of atmospheres because, of course, of the current situation. It can't be the best of atmospheres, but hopefully it's going to be an experience that you will remember, and hopefully you will enjoy it, and hopefully you're enjoying Rome. No excuses, only a win is a good result tomorrow. Hummels needs to play. I think the players are playing for him still. Dybala, Dovbyk played man for man all game and gave their all. I think they trust him, but his philosophies don't work with the players we have. I agree. Our B team could be better than our A team at the moment. That's a solid lineup. I hope you're right about Buba. Why does Juric not play Pisilli and Kone together? That's a good question. I'd love to know. If not Buba, I go Saud. Both over Çelik, please, says Marco. yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to see it's hard to say who's the best. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Juric goes with, right? And yeah. Right, I'm going to end it here. I will catch you tomorrow with a match reaction and the stadium vlog. Don't forget to hit the like in this video. If you're watching live or not, please do hit the like on this video. It supports the channel a lot and the single video a lot. Leave a comment down below, it helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bring your friends, families, and whatever you want. Let them be part of this community. And I will talk to you soon tomorrow. Enjoy it and enjoy Champions League football tonight. That's all I can say. Talk to you soon. Simo out.